so good to see you both. I watched the movie last night and wow, it is a ride, isn't it?
Yay!
Yeah.
So fun. First of all, the actor that plays Kai, is it Jahil? Am I pronouncing his name correctly?
Jaleel, yeah.
Really? What a little superstar he is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You just fall in love with him immediately, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, we both
Yeah.
were like, oh my gosh, he's stealing the entire movie from us. And
Yeah.
let him, because he's spectacular.
He is quite a scene stealer, isn't he?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
really is. Kerry, I loved you in this. We've never seen you. This is very different for you. I mean, we know you're a badass from Olivia Pope, but we've never seen you play like a action star like this, have we?
No, it's really fun. For me, I knew that I liked doing this kind of work because I had the opportunity to like dip my toe in when I did Mr. and Mrs. Smith many, many, many years ago. But I had been looking for a project where I could do more of this kind of work and challenge myself in this way. And when I came across this script, I just thought it was so special because it is this big action drama adventure, but at its heart, it is about family and about love and about two parents that love each other so much and love their child so much that they're willing to do anything to protect their family. And I just thought that grounds all the action in something so real and fun and that people can relate to.
Exactly. And then Omar, I loved reading about how you came on board for this because it wasn't the typical route, was it? Miss Terry slid into your DMs on Instagram. Is this true?
It's true. It's true. That really happened that way. But it was so special. Because it says how this movie is special. Even the way I was involved was special. So this movie is unique. It's so special. Even it started from the beginning. The way Kerry find me on Instagram. I respond, and we had that call. But I love it because we were like so direct and frank. So I had the script. The script is amazing, and then since then I'm here in that adventure. I was so happy and glad to have the opportunity to work with her, and especially with that project. With that beautiful story about love, about family, and all of that wrapped in an amazing action movie. With like real stunts and also a lot of music. So it was good and special since from the first step.
And did you have to check with your wife that it was the Kerry Washington, the real Kerry Washington?
Yeah, because you never know. Some with those phones, you can be surprised. So yeah, I had to make sure that it was her. It was difficult to believe, actually.
Such a great story. I love that. And Kerry, for you, why was Omar? I mean, the chemistry between the two of you is clear when you watch the movie. But when you came onto this project, why was Omar? Why does he have to be your leading man?
This story was so special, and I feel like the role of the dad, the husband, is so important and beautiful because of the relationship between the father and son. And I knew that this had to be an actor that had the kind of ferocity that you would believe that they're tough, that they're a killer, that they're a trained assassin, but also that they have a soft heart and a sensitivity of vulnerability to be a great dad who's really present and doing the primary parenting. So I used to go on these hikes with Nnamdi, with my husband, and we'd be like naming actors, no, naming actors, no, no, no. And then one day, I don't remember whether it was Nnamdi's idea or my idea, but one of us said Omar, and we were both like, that's it. And so it was with Nnamdi's permission that I slid into Omar's DMs. And
We just made that clear. Monty did approve.
yes, he did. He approved of my cyber stalking, and it made the film. It just leveled the film up. Like suddenly, the film became a global story about an international family. I knew that Omar could do the action work. I knew that he could bring all that heart to the role. It just became what it was supposed to be in Omar's hands. So it was such a gift that he said yes.
What is it about these roles where you're playing a character that's on the run that draws you to them so much?
I love action. Actually, I love that. I love like when I have to move like that. But also there's in this one, it was that relationship with the kid was something very interesting for me. That was something I wanted to portray, to be in, and show a relationship like that on screen was something important for me. And as an actor, you want that connection, you want that uh, to show those feelings, because I think the world needs those messages. So I was really happy to do that.
And the movie is all about how far we will go for our family and just how important our kids are to us. The movie comes out on Mother's Day weekend, which is perfect. Kerry, will you be going with Nnamdi? Will you sneak into a cinema to watch it on Mother's Day?
Yeah, I probably will. I'm thinking about putting together a screening in LA with like a bunch of my badass mom friends and saying like also bring your partner, because I feel like a big part of the message of the film too is like to be a great parent. If you have the blessing and the privilege of having a wonderful partner, lean into that partnership. Like you're so much stronger together. And so I think it's a really fun film to celebrate parenting, to celebrate moms, but also to celebrate like the dads whose presence allows us to be even better.
How about you, Omar? Will you take your lovely wife and your mum to see the movie?
Yeah, I think it's a very good way to celebrate. I think it's a very way to celebrate moms, to show like an extraordinary mom, on screen, which is Kyra. I think I think that good, but that I'll do it for sure. I'll do it, and I'll do it of my sisters because they are moms too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's a very good way to celebrate. And then, like just Kerry said, for sure, yeah, because that the message also that moms and dads, because the message is right. It's right that she said the parenting is also a partnership, and that's what the movie says too. That Carol goes to protect her family, but she's stronger with Isaac. So yeah, the message also like parenting is also partnership.
Kerry, does your husband and your children spoil you on Mother's Day and birthdays? How do they celebrate you?
Yeah, I am really, really lucky. My kids, my husband, they're so great. I had like 2 years in a row, not this past Mother's Day, but the one before that and the one before that, I had COVID both Mother's Days. And that was such a nightmare. And Nnamdi kept saying, like, I think maybe this is so that you actually get some rest. Like you can actually be in bed by yourself. But I prefer when I can be with them. So knock on everything that I can be with them. Yeah.
This year you'll be
Yeah.
healthy and do something fun.
Yeah.
Do your parents actually know what you do now? Have they seen any of your movies and your TV show? Because a couple of years ago, I read you did an interview and you said they had no idea what you were doing.
My parents, yeah, because it's so far from what they know and their culture, so they had no idea of what that can. They know I'm doing movies. They know, of course, I'm an actor. I'm doing movies, but they don't really familiar with what it is and where it's for, what it's for. They know just I'm working and it's honest. So and that's enough for them.
Yeah.
But now I did recently a movie about the soldiers from Africa fighting for France for the World War I, and so this one I think that's the one they started to understand what it was to be an actor and what it was to be telling stories, because I think for the first time I was telling a story that they can connect with and seeing the impact of what it is. So I think maybe 3 years ago I think they really understood what it is.
Terri, now you've played this badass action star. Have you got the bug? Are we going to see more of these types of roles for you?
I hope so. I would love to get the opportunity to do more of this work. Yeah, that'd be great. My dream is that everybody shows up in big numbers for this one and we get to do a sequel so I can work with Omar again too.
Yeah.
We're crying out for a sequel with that ending, aren't we?
Yes.
It's so good. Thank you so much, both of you. Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.